I swear if this shit starts dying on me again. I already lost an hour of my life waiting to see if this would work. Let's see if it does. Are we good? Is working? Yeah, I think we're good. I'm gonna do one final test real quick. Just before I start. Okay, how is this? Just before I start. Okay, how is this? Am I like too low? Okay, how is this? Am I like too low? Oh, I think I'm looping audio. Sorry about that. Wait, this is not. Oh no, it is supposed to capture this. Oh, whoops, my bad. Hold on. That is a. Oopsies. Um. What is this through? Get them. Maybe like this. I can mute that. And let's see now. Is this too low? I I can't tell. Like, can I be heard well? I feel like I could increase my microphone a little bit, right? Like that, maybe that's better. Maybe like a little bit more. Like that. I promise you I did tests before I started, but it sounds very different when I do recordings than when I go live for some reason. I think this is good enough. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Hey, it's Flan. And I am not streaming on Twitch because I was afraid that it would continue to drop frames. So, this is just for YouTube, I guess. Um, and for next time, I should probably have a little cover to my presentation. This is well, I scheduled my judge test later this month, and it's something that I've been thinking about for like a long time, like upwards of a year, I think. Where I even scheduled once in I canceled the date. I don't remember the exact reason I did it. I know I had a reason, but I know I also had an excuse. And the excuse was that I said that I was gonna go out of town, and you know, I wasn't. There was something else that had happened that um didn't directly interfere with me being able to take the test, but it I don't know. I guess it made me not want to do it. But this time I'm looking to um this time I am looking to complete the test, do the test, and become a judge. This will be the first time I take the test. I've heard from a friend of mine that is a judge, and a friend of mine that failed the test. The test is in a format where they give you like scenarios, and then they give you like the pictures of the cards, and you get to like zoom in and all that to see what the cards say, so you can make a judgment. So that's kind of what I'm gonna be doing. This is super advanced technology, like you've never seen. This is basically a PowerPoint presentation that I'm not even presenting in a presentation mode. It's Canva. It's not PowerPoint. It's Canva. It's a little bit more advanced. Uh, but yeah, I put this together. It took me an embarrassingly long time. I think I have a few ideas on how this can be done quicker next time, and like next time I don't have to like look for the background, and I have more sources to where to find scenarios. So I'm hoping that I can put one of these together at least once a week. My idea is that I'll do it every Tuesday if I can, until at least until the day of the test. And then from there on out, we'll see. Whenever I want to talk about rulings, this is a topic that I actually am very interested on. The the way that the game works is very intriguing to me. Um, and I went to college for software for software engineering. Um, and I ended up dropping out because I got bored. But um, on my first semester, I was very fascinated with um, like the logic puzzles that they give you on how, if this then that, and do this for X amount of iterations until you complete a cycle, and the very bare bones basic stuff on programming was very interesting to me. Um, and this game kind of works in a similar way. Um, I think it's an inherited or an inherent or a must-have trait of card games, I guess, that there can be no ambiguity, and that a computer basically must be able to interpret any ruling and any one interaction between any amount of cards that are currently interacting with each other. Um, and that's kind of the skill that I think is mostly required for a judge, at least in the topic of making judgment calls, right? Um, there's also, of course, like the whole charisma aspect of it, with dealing with people, being able to stand up to people and all that. Obviously, very important traits for judges as well. But that first trait that I mentioned is kind of what I'm fascinated by, I want to say. So with that in mind, the idea today is that I got 20 scenarios. I got some from like the posts that the uh I want to say depths, but it's not the depths. It's I guess the other judges or like whoever is in charge of the judgment, the judging Discord, I guess. I got some scenarios from there, for communications that they have made. You can actually go to the Discord server and look at those. Maybe I should have linked that in the description. I'll do it. I'll do it for the bot. I'll leave the link to the Discord server. And I hope that they won't get. I hope I am sure they won't get mad at that. um, I'll just leave it as a source, I guess. There's a few more that I got from the official Q&A. So like literally, I just look up the name of a card um in the Q&A, and that's how I got some of these scenarios. Sorry. And then I found something that I hadn't seen. Even though I've been in that Discord for judges for a while, I have never seen the section where people just post ruling questions. And so I just grabbed like the last few from there. Like I want to say like the last four-ish I grabbed from there. I don't remember. Either way, I have the answers, or not the answers, but I have the links to the answers to these in a notepad. So I'll be the dynamic here is that I'm going to be uh, trying to interpret and guess and explain my logic as to what I think the answer for the question is. Um, and then I'll go double check with the answer. I don't know how long this could take. Like the reason I didn't actually know how many questions I wanted. Initially, I wanted to take 30, but it was taking a bit of a long time to set everything up. So 20 hours, I had already spent a bunch of time, and that was one reason. And second, like the more I thought about it, I don't really know how much I can yap about any particular ruling. Like this could be a 20-minute stream, which is already at 12, so I doubt that. But like this could be either a 20-minute stream or a 5-hour journey. Like and like anything in between or beyond that. And I don't know, which is usually it's also the reason why I'm doing this earlier than I usually do my recordings at. I'm usually more of a midnight type creative person, I guess. Um, I love working throughout the after midnight, like from like midnight to 3 a.m. Just because, well, you might have heard that sound. There's I think it's a car outside. My setup is not great for noise isolation. I'm trying to figure out what I can do for that, but for the time being, um, I like one solution that I found is just working very late at night because these sounds are just not present. Sometimes you will hear like dogs barking or something in my recordings. Oh my god, that fucking car. Okay, hold on, hold on. By the way, I don't think that person is leaving. I think they're just fucking revving their engine to make me angry. I think that's the only reason they're doing that. But yeah, when I record like very late at night, that doesn't happen. But I didn't know how long this was gonna take, so I I decided to start a little bit earlier, even knowing that there's gonna be some noise, and I'm really sorry about that. I wish I knew how to fix that problem because I know there must be something that I can do. I just don't know which of the solutions. Oh my god. I swear to Yggdrasil. If I hear that engine rev one more time, holy shit. Wait, he's still doing it? Okay, I think it's off now. The fuck was I saying? Um, right, so I didn't know how long this was gonna take, so I decided to start a bit early. And I wish I knew what solution, that's what it was. Which solution for, like, you know, helping with noise would be best for me, but I don't. So for now, I'm sorry. There's gonna be some noise coming from the street. Um, anyways, so yeah, the way this is working, for some of these, I actually have the card like right under the text. For some of these, I have it in a separate slide just because like there's um there's more text or there's more cards involved. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna just read through the question. Maybe I'll have to go back to reread it, which will most likely happen. I'll try to interpret what is happening. There's some of these that I unfortunately do know the answer for. Um, that I am adding just because I think the interaction is already interesting enough that I want to talk about it. Um, but yeah, there's some I already know about. But there's a bunch of them that I don't, that I was able to avert my eyes. I was like I was going around minimizing, like, or not minimizing, but like making browser windows smaller, like collapsing them, and making like my Discord window smaller too, so that it would cover the bottom, like the bottom of the window where the answer was. So yeah, for some of these I haven't read it. For some of these I know the answer either from previous experience or because I did read it. In fact, there's a very interesting one towards the end that I actually discussed with some of the um, some of the judges in the server. um, so either way, I'm gonna start because it's almost 20 minutes, which was the minimum amount of time that I said this might take, and I haven't started. So there's 20 of this, by the way. Just remember, there's 20 of this. Question number one is, or scenario number one, I guess, is I have a token Digimon and a BT15042 Magnadramon. So that is this guy right here, Magnadramon. With EX7027 Chaperamon in its evolution sources, we saw that it's under. Yep. I have this is in play. I have EX3014 Darbigmon and BT14 010 Goldramon, which is this Goldramon. Funny card, by the way. In hand. I am at 0 memory. I declare Digicross using Magnadramon in play and Goldramon in hand for a play cost of 9. So, yeah, Darbigmon is cost 13. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of movement. I'm sorry for people that may be a little sensitive to that, but I'm gonna be doing like zooming in and like, moving around a little bit just so that I can look at the cards better. But Darbigmon is at play cost 13. The Ecros -2 with up to 5 cards with different names, plus the Dragon Sword or Ceratopsian on their traits, right? So, yeah, so if you did Digicross with 2 cards applicable to the Digicross, that's -2 twice, which is -4. So 13 -4 is 9. So that's what this is referring to. When I would place the materials, I activate the inherited effect of Chaperamon, deleting the token to prevent that Magnadramon from being play. Where is the rest of the question? Okay, well, I think I messed up already, but the rest of the question is effectively, because I remember it, it's like, can I do this? Because um Holy shit. Um, because Chaperomon's effect is when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by your effects by deleting one of your tokens or other puppet trait Digimon, it doesn't leave. So what it's saying is your Digicross and Darbigmon, you're gonna put them on the board, right? And you're saying, okay, I'm gonna Digicross Goldramon and Magnadramon with it. But funny thing about Chaperomon's effect is that is if you would leave the battle area other than by one of your effects, but Digicross is not an effect. It's a game mechanic. It's an important distinction because it means that because it isn't living by one of your effects, you are allowed to delete the token over here, this token, um, to prevent Magnadramon from leaving play. Now, if Magnadramon, sorry, doesn't leave play, what happens is that in order to Digicross, uh, you have to place the cards under. See, it says, place from hand slash battle area under this card, reduce play cost per card. So if you don't place the card under Darbigmon, you are not allowed to reduce the cost for that card. So you would have to pay 11, but the memory is at 0. Meaning that that is an illegal play. And what would happen in that situation is that you would do this basic. Oh, that's in a backwards layer. Hold on. Layer, bring to front. You basically do this, and then the game would realize that you can't pay for that Digicross, and you will have to return the cards to your hand. Because you can't pay the cost. Also, you would lose the token in order to do that, which is really funny. You're losing Magnadramon's protection on purpose. You don't even get to play Darbigmon, but that part is resolved. The token is gone forever. By the way, token is gone. You declare the cross. You declare these two are gonna be your material. This one's bigger. Whatever. These two are gonna be your materials, right? And then you go, bam, and then but then you say Chaperamon because this hasn't been removed from the game. This is going to be removed from the game, and you go Chaperamon. Okay, bye. Token is gone, and Magnadramon doesn't leave play. Then this says, uh-oh, it's cost 11. I can't pay that. Return cards to hand. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. We're now going to double check. So again, to summarize, my answer is the token is gone. Magnadramon remains on the board. These two cards are returned to the hand because the play has to like be rolled back basically. So let's see the answer that's on the Discord. It says, I reveal Darbigmon, declare the cross, select Magnadramon and Goldramon as material. Yep. Magnadramon removes this. Yep. I cannot pay the costs. And it is returned to hand. The Goldramon was placed for Digicross and will be sent to trash. Magnadramon will stay in the battle area. Oh, okay. So I was wrong, actually. I kind of had this doubt when I was saying it. And I guess, yeah, that makes sense. So I wasn't 100% correct. I guess I didn't know how this works. The correct answer is the token is gone, Magnadramon stays, and Darbigmon returns to hand, but Goldramon is fucking gone. And the reason for that is because it was declared as a Digicross material for a card that couldn't finish Digicrossing. So it was like the card was returned to hand. So that makes uh that flashes Goldramon. Good to know. I am already zero for one. Next one. Um, that is good to know though. It's good that I'm making those mistakes now, right? And this is the first session, so plenty of time for me to uh plenty of time for me to learn this. Um, what was? Sorry, give me 1 second, guys. Okay, okay, okay. Sorry, I was just checking. On a function on YouTube. Um. Anyways, question number two. Let's see if I get this one right. So, I digivolved one of my Digimon into DT10072, Ancient Beetlemon. Using Ancient Beetlemons, when digivolve in effect, am I able to digivolve one of the selected Digimon by 1 and the other Digimon by 2? Okay. So, this is actually a very simple question on the Digivolve. I guess I just wanted to showcase the Digivolve ruling. Um, so we're talking about with the when Digivolve in effect. Oh, whoop, whoop. Um, yeah. So the Digivolve is a pseudo optional effect. What I mean by that is the Digivolve, if I am not mistaken, the uh, wording on the Digivolve is that you can the Digivolve up to the number shown uh, on the keyword. So the Digivolve 2 means that you the Digivolve up to twice. Um, if I remember correctly though, it also means that you must the Digivolve at least once. Um, Obviously, if you can only target one Digimon, you're not forced to like target a second one because it doesn't exist, right? Um, and you also are not allowed to target the same one twice. But in this case, yeah, assuming your opponent has um, two Digimon and you get to target, both of them, you can the Digivolve one of them once and then the other one twice, or both twice, or both once. You are allowed to do that. It's time to check the answer. Um. Oh. Well, I am wrong again. Wow. Okay. Hold on. So, uh, the official answer by one of the judges says no. Both of the chosen Digimon must be the Digivolve by the same amount, either both two or both one. So I was right with at least one. This is closely related to 1511.1 in the CRM, which is a rule. It's a ruling. Uh, the ENCRM has it listed as singular stack of cards, but the JPCRM is more on it being stacks of cards. Okay, the CRM is outdated. Um, okay, I don't know why that ruling is. But again, it's good that I'm making these mistakes now. Um, so that's 0-2 for me. And the answer is no. But not for the reason that I thought I might be wrong, but rather because you have to digivolve both of them by the same amount. Okay. Well, that's 0-2. Surely I'll get the next one, right? Question number 3. My opponent has 2 BT10 071 Psychmon in play. It is my turn, the memory is at 0. I wish to use the effect of EX8 074 Medieval Gallantmon to suspend 2 Digimon to reduce its play cost. What is the correct resolution? Did I say BT0? Or did I say 2BT8 071 Psychmon? Because that's what I meant. Just if you look at the 8 in this font, and this like quote unquote Digimon font, which I guess it was kind of it. The 8 looks like a 0. This right here. Oh, this right here. Yeah. Well, you see what I mean. Okay. So, wait, very important. These are cards that have pretty much all the relevant text written on them. So let's read the card. When this card would be played, by suspending 2 Digimon, reduce the play cost by 4. When Alliance, Vortex, whatever, when Digivolving, you may suspend 1 Digimon, then you may delete one of your opponent's 8000 DP or lower Digimon. For each of other suspended Digimon, add 3000 DP deletion to maximum effect. All turn once per turn when Digimon are played, you may activate one of these Digimons when Digivolving effect, which includes himself, which, I mean, I'm sure you're familiar. Medieval Galamon is beginning to be a bit of a bother in current Digimon TCG, but yeah. Anyway, the part of the card that we're interested on obviously is this first line, which says when this card would be played, by spending 2 Digimon, reduce the play cost by 4. Now, something obviously what we're interested on the Psychmon is the Psychmon, sorry, is that all turns players can reduce play costs. So Medieval Galamon wouldn't be able to reduce its play cost. Now this one, ever since I selected this question, I've been trying to think about it, and I'm not super sure, right? Because there's 2 possibilities here that I can think of. Either you are allowed to declare that you would play Medieval Gallantmon and suspend both of the Psychmon, and then be forced to return the card to hand because you can't play it, but the Psychmon are now suspended, right? Like so. Hold on, I know, like the production quality here. Where's the thing? I can't find. Here it is. I know the production quality is insane here. Yeah, so either this happens, or the game knows that the cost can be reduced and it doesn't. I think that the important word here is would, right? It's not when this card is played, because I guess by then it will be too late to reduce its cost,
but it's rather when it would be played, right? What does that mean? Would is used kind of weird in Digimon TCG. I mean, no, it's not. It's very. It's actually very clear how it's used. Um, would is an interruptive, an an interrupting effect, or interrupting word, I guess. When something says would, it means that it's gonna happen before the thing that would happen. So when this card would be played, it's basically when you take it from your hand and you show it to your opponent, I guess with the intention of playing it. Um, because it says would, I think the game checks um the the game allows Medieval Galamon to suspend the Psychmons before it checks the cost of the card. So the Psychmon would be suspended, and then Medieval Galamon would be returned to hand, which is really scary because it makes me think that this card can just suspend everything without it being played. And that sounds dumb, which is making me second guess. When this card would be played by suspending two Digimon, reduce the play cost by 4. That would be so dumb because if there's 4 Digimon on the opponent's side of the field, you can now do the same thing again and suspend all 4. And if there is 6, you can repeat, like, you get me, like, you can suspend your opponent's entire board. Um, by just like declaring that you're gonna play this card without actually being able to play it. However, but wait, sorry, that I just acknowledged the music in the background. I it just wasn't in my train of thought. This is all from Digimon World 3, in case you're curious. Um, and this sounds like something they would make a special rule against, but I think this is correct. I'm just gonna say this is it. Yeah, I'm gonna lock it in. The Psychmon are suspended and Medieval Galamon is returned to hand. Let's see. Uh, okay, thank God. I was wrong. Okay, thank God I was wrong. Um, um, the official answer says, in this scenario, you're unable to declare the effect of medieval Galamon since the cost will not allow for a legal play of playing medieval Galamon due to the effect of Psychmon.
In the rules document, it says a player can declare to use a card in a state where use isn't possible. In addition, you can declare to use a card if you can't pay its cost or alternate cost. And it also says in a different section, if a card can no longer be played after revealing it as part of the procedure for playing it, the revealed card is returned to its original location, in this case the hand. This is considered removal from an area. In addition, the memory doesn't move when a card can be played because its cost can be paid. Which doesn't answer my question, but thank God that you can't do this. Because it was making me terrified. So I mean, I guess I'm 3 wrong already, but I am happy that I'm wrong about this one. Okay, so correct answer: you can't declare that you're gonna play Medieval Galamon, and if you did, it would just be considered a misplay. The it's an easy to correct misplay, so it would just the play would just be reverted. Yeah, it's I mean, if you catch it at right then and there, obviously. I'm just very happy that that's not the case. When this card will be played by spending 2 Digimon, reduce the play cost by 4. I guess the main word here is instead played, because the card is not able to be played, right? So this card, yeah, this card would not be played because it could not be played, right? Because you can't pay the cost. Actually, that makes sense. When I think about it that way, it makes a lot more sense. Wow, there's some real like brain teasers here. Okay, uh, I'm gonna go for the next one. Okay. I have EX8 029 Aegis Dramon in play, which I just realized that I forgot to put brackets on. That's fine. My opponent plays EX060 Dragamon, using the on-play effect to make me play a P162 Colamon or Coelamon, I'm not sure, from the trash. The memory is now on my side at more than 1. Am I able to activate the on-play effect of Coelamon? Okay, so let's see. Okay, sorry. So let's see the cards that we have in play. Very important that we read every card carefully. So first of all, we have Aegis Ramon. Aegis Ramon says, when Digivolving, return up to 14 play costs total worth of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. If DNA Digivolving, you may play up to 12 play costs total worth of Deep Saber Straight cards from this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the costs. All turns while you have 1 or more memory, none of your DS Straight Digimon are affected by your opponent's Digimon's effects. While you have 1 or less, none of your opponent's Digimon can activate on-play effects. Okay, so I guess that's the effect that we're most interested on. So while you have 1 or more memory, none of your DS Straight Digimon are affected by your opponent's Digimon effects. While you have 1 or less, none of your opponent's Digimon can activate on-play effects. That is a nasty effect, by the way. Okay. Dragomon is a card I'm more familiar with because I dabble in Leviamon from here on, from time to time. Not very often. I used to play it a lot when it came out. The first set of Wave of Sport on BT15 came out. But since, not so much. I've moved on to other things, even though I still think the deck is really strong. Probably one of my strongest. Yeah. Anyways, on play when Digivolving, your opponent plays 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card from their trash suspended without paying the cost. On play effects on Digimon played by this effect Don't activate. All turns once per turn, when an effect plays an opponent's Digimon, you may play one purple Digimon card with a level less than or equal to it from your trash without paying the cost. Finally, Colamon. Yeah, let's go with Colamon. On play when Digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, their effects can't reduce the DP of one of your DS trait Digimon or affected with the Digivolve effect. At the end of your opponent's turn, their effects can reduce the DP of one of your DS trait Digimon or affected with the Digivolve effects. Okay. So, because Aegis Ramon is on play, I'm gonna read the question one more time. Yeah, so Dragomon's on play effect is forcing Colamon onto the field. Dragomon's effect specifies that on play effects on Digimon played by this effect don't activate. However, memory is on opponent's side at more than one. And while you have one or more memory, none of your DS trait Digimon are affected by your opponent's Digimon's effect. Obviously, this doesn't prevent Colamon from being played because it's in the trash. Digimon in trash are not considered your Digimon. So, Dragomon can force Colamon to be played. The only question here is, can Colamon activate its own play effect? I think the pivotal one here is this one. Well, you have one or more memory. None of your DS trait Digimon are affected by your opponent's Digimon effects. So from the moment that Colamon is played, it is considered to be one of your Digimon. Play effects on Digimon played by this effect don't activate. I'm a little turned rather. For the reason that, so you know how if your board, like if my board had minus 5,000 DP for the turn, and Colamon was played, it would die before it would even be able to activate on play. Like it would die before it would be considered a Digimon on the board, right? Like it would hit the board and immediately get deleted before anything else happened. I guess if that's the case, that's more to the benefit of the argument for Aegis Ramon, right? Because the example that I've just provided is a what I like to call a blanket effect. It's an effect that's given to the board or the player. I like to think of it as like giving it to the board. Um,
And X Ramon's is the same. It's not reducing DP, but it's rather blanket protecting everybody, right? So from the moment Colamon comes into play, it is now unaffected. And that would be the same time that it would be deleted if it was a blanket minus DP effect. This is the logic train that I'm following. So by that logic, yes, Colamon can activate its own play effect because it's now gained immunity to Dragomon's effect. Unless Dragomon's effect surpasses that just because of the way that it's written. But I'm going to say that yes, Colamon can activate its effect. Let's see if I finally get one. Okay. It says in this scenario you're able to activate the effect of Colamon. This is due to the effect of Aegis making your DS Ray Digimon unaffected by Digimon effects, and Dragomon's effect is what is stopping Colamon from being able to activate its own play effect. Let's go, we got one. Let's fucking go. Alright. Oh my god. I think that's the correct zoom. Hey, we got one. We're on the board. We're 1 for 3. Uh, Fortunately, the next one, I'm looking at the preview little picture, and I'm pretty sure, like, I just know the answer for this one because I was unable to not look at it. I simplified this question. It's written differently because it's not written like as a question or as a scenario on the Discord server. I did modify a bunch of these questions to make it more like what do you call it? Make it more. My brain is blanking. Make more of a consistent formatting. You're gonna see that that's a lie later, and like some of these are not formatted like the others, but I tried. I tried my best. But basically, this is saying, does DNA ignore normal DNA evolution requirements? Basically, what this is saying is, okay, so you know that for Blast DNA, with Ragnarlordmon, you need to have either Durandamon or Briveludramon on the board, and then the other one needs to be in hand. And for Blast DNA, it has to be the names. It's the same thing for Alphamon or Ryuken over here. You need Alphamon or Orimon, one on the board, one on the hand. You need both, I guess. And then you can DNA Digivolve in counter timing. But what this question was actually talking about is about the DNA evolution requirements that you can see that are listed right above the hand counter, where it says you need a red level 6 and a black level 6. So for instance, if in the future they released a yellow Briveludramon, if you have Durandamon, current red Durandamon on the board, are you able to blast DNA using the yellow Briveludramon? And the answer for that is no. In order to blast DNA Digivolve, you have to fulfill both requirements. This is something I didn't know. I thought that you only needed to meet the requirement of the names, and if you think about it, this is a scenario that hasn't come out yet. I
don't believe out of the um how many Digimon have blast DNA? It's not that many. It's like Ragna, Mastemon, um, Alphamon, or you can an Examon. Is that all? Oh, there's also I think no, I was gonna say Chaosmon Boulder, but no, that one isn't an ace. I don't know. There may be one or two that I'm forgetting. There may be like one that I'm forgetting. But out of all of those, I'm pretty sure all of their materials are the correct colors. So we haven't had a situation yet where um, meeting the blast DNA requirements doesn't automatically meet the DNA regular requirements. But if that were to happen in the future, again, like say a yellow Breviludromon comes out, you are actually not allowed to use that for uh, Blast DNA evolution of Ragnarlordmon Ace from EX6 as it currently exists. Um, and yeah, so I'm gonna go double check that ruling just to make absolutely sure, but I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure I'm right because I read it. Read it ahead of time. But let's look anyways. It's question number 5. So for this one, okay. So yeah, the CRM states that Blast DNA Digivolve doesn't ignore normal DNA Digivolve requirements. For example, my opponent has an Angelomon that is being affected by BT18 Duskmon's on play effect. Oh, I guess this is a scenario, yeah. So they have Angelomon that is being affected by BT18 Duskmon's on play effect, changing its color to red. So this is now a red Angelomon. If I attack my opponent while they have an EX6 Mastemon Ace and a purple Lady Devimon in hand, they cannot use Blast DNA Digivolve of Mastemon Ace since the Angelomon in play is red and not yellow. Mastemon Ace has DNA requirements of yellow and, well, yellow level 5 and purple level 5. Blast DNA Digivolve requirements are Angelomon and Late Devimon. Both conditions must be met in order to successfully Blast DNA Digivolve into Mastemon Ace. So yeah, I guess that's the one scenario, huh? And that's kind of what I was referring to. I just yeah, when I found this question, I don't know, I couldn't help but peek. And as in, I think I just like at a glance read the answer. So, but I thought it was so interesting that I wanted to add it. So I won't count this one as a win or a loss. I'm still 1 for 3. Anyway, let's go to the next one. Which is a funny one. I also know the answer to this one. And it's a really funny one. So the question says, can BT14001 wish? Oh, I didn't know this was the first card in the set. Oh, sorry, no, it's 081. I keep telling you, no, 001 is always a Digitama. I keep telling you, this 8 looks like a 0. Anyways, can BT14 Fairy Lugamon play BT14 Baumon? This question comes from the fact that Fairy Lugamon says, hold on. Fairy Lugamon says, you may play 1 level 4 or lower card with a Dark Animal or SOC trait from your trash without paying the cost. If Eiji Nagasumi is in this Digimon Evolution card, add 2 to the number of cards this effect may play. The key to the question here is that it says level 4 or lower card. It doesn't say Digimon. It's a very weird thing to say. As a reminder, You can't play options. Those are used. They have a use cost, and by as per the rules, they are used, not played. Similarly, tamers don't have levels. So it's really weird that it says that you may play a level 4 or lower card. What other card other than Digimon have levels? Well, Digitama have levels. Balmon is a level 2, right? We don't really care about the rest of the effect of Fairy Lugamon. We just care that it says that it can play a level 4 or lower card with a Dark Animal or SOC train. Or as I like to call it, suck. Um, so can you play Balmon? And why is the answer no? Well, you can't play Balmon, and I'm kind of cheating here because I'm obscuring the answer. The reason you can't play Balmon has to do with this. You can't see my mouse. It has to do with the fact that it does here. It has to do with this. A big difference between Digitamas and Digimon is that Digitamas don't have play cost. You might think that the reason that this can't be played is because, well, Digitama can't exist on the battle area, and so like Balmon would hit the board and then it would immediately die, but that would mean that it was still played. The effect was used. That is not the reason. The reason is because Balmon doesn't have a play cost, and you can't play a card that doesn't have a play cost. Even if one day they release a card that has a play cost of 0, that would be different to not having a play cost. Balmon, and to my knowledge, every single other Digitama card in existence do not have play costs. So you can't play the card. It is that simple. I'm gonna go ahead and open the official answer. Again, this is one that I know I'm sure because that I know I'm right because I've uh, read the answer. But what? Oh, Jesus, hold on. Sorry, Discord decided to log me out, and now it's opening on browser. Okay, sure, why not? Okay. Weird stuff just happened. Anyways, um, yeah, so Fairy Lugamon is not able to play Balmon with its effect. The reason for this is due to Balmon being a Digi-Egg card that does not have a play cost. Cards without a play cost cannot be played. And with the release of VT17 coming up in a few months, the interaction has more chance of occurring, so it's best for the judges to familiarize yourself with this when/if the question arises at events. Well, now you know when that was asked. I just dated the question. But yeah, the answer is no,
because Balmon doesn't have a play cost. Again, it's not no because it's a Digitama and it can't exist in the battle area, because you could absolutely play it if that was the case. It would just immediately die. Instead, the reason is because it doesn't have a play cost. Okay, let's again. I'm not gonna count that one, and I'm still 1 for 3. And I move on to the next one. Okay, so the effect of my opponent's BT8097 Crimson Blaze is active. I declare Burst the evolution of BT12043 Shine Greymon into BT13020 Shine Greymon Burst mode. By returning BT12092 Marcus Damon from my battle area to my hand, can I play BT12043 Marcus Damon from my hand to be treated as a 12,000 DP Digimon with Rush by using Shangreimon Burst Mode's effect? Okay, so this one is one I know the answer to, but not because I peeked, but rather because I've had to deal with the interaction. Because I do play Shangreimon from time to time. So basically what they're saying is, my opponent last turn or activated Crimson Blaze, or maybe I checked an insecurity or whatever, right? Crimson Blaze is in effect. And Crimson Blaze says, delete all of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. Your opponent can't play Digimon by effects until the end of their next turn. And then it's inherited, or it's security effect, sorry, not inherited. It's security effect is activating the main effect, so it's the same thing. So again, my opponent either played this last turn, or I activated it, I activated it when I checked security, and like this was what I checked. Point is, a Crimson Blaze is now in effect. I have this on board. Shangreimon probably has more sources. This is for demonstrative purposes only, right? I say I'm going in. So I'm gonna declare Burst the Evolution. I reveal Shangreimon Burst Mode from my hand, and I return Marcus to my hand to fulfill the Burst the Evolution requirement, which states that you can burst the Evil for 0 from Shangreimon by returning one Marcus Daemon to hand. At the end of the Burst the Evolution turn, trash this Digimon stop card. So this is a temporary evolution. It's gonna last till the end of the turn, and instead of paying the 5 cost for the evolving into a level 7 permanently, I'll instead pay the cost by returning a tamer with Marcus Daemon, called Marcus Daemon rather, to the hand. And this will make it a temporary evolution. By the way, I love this mechanic. I think Burst the Evolution is awesome, and it wasn't used nearly enough. We have 3 burst. No, we have 4. There's a Raveman. We have 4 burst Digimon, and that's not nearly enough. I think they should bring this mechanic back. They might have a reason why they don't. Maybe it just doesn't fit well anywhere. Obviously, this is a Digimon Sabers reference. The whole mechanic is. So, whatever. I digress, right? So I return Marcus to the hand to pay the cost, and I Digivolve Shangreimon into Shangreimon Burst Mode. Obviously, I draw a card, and then Shangreimon Burst Mode's effects activate. Its effect activates that says, you may play one Marcus Daemon from your hand without paying the cost. For the turn, that tamer played by this effect is also treated as 12,000 DP Digimon. Can Digivolve and gains Rush. So there's a couple very important points written on this card that make this a very easy call. First of all, it says that for the turn, that tamer, it refers to the card as a tamer, played by this effect is also, it doesn't say that it's treated as a Digimon, it is also treated as a 12,000 DP Digimon that can Digivolve and gains Rush. However, that happens when the tamer was already played. It says, for the turn, the tamer played by this effect is also treated as a 12,000 DP Digimon. Which means that at the time of playing Marcus by the effect of Shangreimon Burst Mode, Marcus is not considered a Digimon, is considered a tamer, that then, after it's played, becomes, or not becomes, but is also treated as a Digimon. However, at that point, it's already being played, so Crimson Blaze cannot prevent it. So, the answer to this interaction is yes. Shangreimon Burst Mode is able to play Marcus from the hand
as a, or rather, markers from the hand, and then treat it as a Digimon after it's been played. Um, I I think I added the burst evolution bit to it. Technically speaking, you could digivolve normally. I guess I just kind of didn't want to add another Marcus to my hand. Like to the to the graph here. But you get the idea. If you're able to, if you have a Marcus that you can play, be it because you did burst evolution, or because you did, or because you just had it in the hand, you are absolutely able to play that Marcus and use it, treat it as a Digimon until the end of the turn. Let's go check the official answer. Which question is this? This is 7. Okay. Okay. Where is this question? Okay, here it is. Okay. When the Marcus is played by Shangremo Burst Mode, the Marcus is played by that effect as a Tamer. Then, after it has entered the battle area, it is treated as a Digimon by the second part of the effect of Shangremo Burst Mode. This means that the Marcus does not trigger. Well, they mention Kinen here, and can be played even when under the effect of Crimson Blaze. You can burst Digivolve in the breeding. You can burst Digivolve in the breeding area. That's new. I don't know why you would want to do that. I didn't know you could do that. I don't know why you would want to do it, but I guess you can. I'm gonna check real quick. BT13 Kinen. What does that guy do? Because the example mentions that, and I don't remember what this card does. I think it's the problematic card that steals your turn always, right? Opponent start when an effect plays a Digimon by suspending this tamer, gain 1 memory. Yeah. Yeah, this is the card that steals your turn always. This is the card that was used in the Galaxy Subamon. Yeah, promo Subamon loop. Disgusting stuff. Anyways, I'm right. So that's what, 2 and 3, I think. All right. Okay. So question number 8. BT10 088, I think. The Takuya Kambara and Koji Minamoto. From now on, I will refer to the card as Takoji. Digivolve into BT10 018 Emperor Greymon. I know it's supposed to have a bunch of sources. Don't worry about it. And the memory gauge moved to 1 on my opponent's side. Memory is now on the opponent's side. Then I use these cards when Digivolve in effect to attack, and use these cards your turn effect to unsuspend it. So I swung, and then because I swung, or not because I swung, but rather as part of the when Digivolve in effect, right? No, because I swung, yeah. I swung into a Digimon, and because I swung and deleted that Digimon, I gain secure attack +1 and unsuspended. That's the basics of it. Can I then use the end of turn inherit effect of BT18 088 Takoji in this card's evolution cards to attack a player? That effect says, oh my god. This Digimon with the hybrid or 10 water trait may attack a player at end of turn, once per turn. Okay, so this is actually very easy. Because this is like the whole interaction that the oh shoot, sorry. It's like the whole interaction that the red and yellow hybrid decks from BT18 were built around. The answer is yes. Yes, you can. Uh, I guess that's okay. Yes, you can. The um, sequence here is that you digivolve into Emperor Greymon either by paying the 5 or with the option card that costs 3, whatever. The point is, you digivolve into Emperor Greymon, and now the memory is on your opponent's side. However, Emperor Greymon's effect says for each color in this Digimon's evolution cards, trash any one evolution card from your opponent's Digimon and suspend one of their Digimon. Then this Digimon may attack. So you attack. Normally speaking, you would want to attack into one of your opponent's Digimon so that you can delete it. You delete their Digimon, and because you did, this says when this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, it gains security attack +1 for the turn and on suspense. So you swung into your opponent's Digimon, poof, and then because you deleted it, you unsuspend. And not only that, if you have piercing from Zephyrmon, for instance, you are now checking 2 securities because you gain security attack +1 when you deleted the opponent, so that's before the security checks. And now Takuya Koji, now you're on your end of turn trigger because you have to resolve your current effects before you move on to the next trigger or the next section of the turn. So in this case, the attack is part of the when digivolving effect, and then the unsuspend is a result of that attack, triggering the second effect, which is now added to the stack, meaning that there's still an unresolved effect before the end of turn trigger. um,
Obviously, there's also the battle that's still pending. I should probably streamline this and make it more simple. You digivolve into this. You remove the first effect that goes into the stack is the one digivolving effect. So you remove the Digivolution cards from your opponent's Digimon, and then suspend as many Digimon as the color in the sources allow. Then you may attack as part of the effect. So you choose to attack. Emperor Greymon attacks. That triggers something new. It's not an effect, but it triggers an attack, and the attack needs to be completed before we can move on to the next section. The attack progresses, collides with your opponent, and deletes it, causing you to unsuspend like I just did, and gain security attack +1. That's now triggered a new effect that goes into the stack. Obviously, there was the blocker timing and the counter timing for your opponent, all that. We're going to skip those and assume that they didn't have anything like that and go straight to, this Digimon battled its target, deleted it, and unsuspended, and gain security attack +1. That effect now resolves, and if there is no other effect pending, say from like the usual sources like piercing, for instance, let's assume there's none, the end of turn trigger now finally happens because the attack is now officially over. You went all the way from the attack declaration to the end of attack timing, and now the attack is over and the end of turn trigger has finally happened. Now all end of turn effects trigger at once, and this end of turn effect says this Digimon with the hybrid or 10 warriors trait, which it has, yes. Okay, I got scared for a second. may attack a player, not a Digimon, a player. So now Emperor Greymon swings. I mean, you can choose to, I guess. You can choose if you wanted to swing. And now it remains suspended because it doesn't it, it, it's not deleting anything. Also, it's a once per turn effect, but it possibly destroyed 4 security shields, so that's pretty good, right? Because it keeps the security attack +1 for the turn, obviously. This is right there. So the answer is yes. You are allowed to attack. This is an interaction that I'm very familiar with because I play this deck. This is like the one deck I like from BT. Well, this and the yellow one are the decks I like from BT18. The other one is just really funny. You can like loop. Um, like if you use the Mirage Aogamon the evolution option, you can and you digivolve Koichi instead of Takuya Koji into Magna Garurumon. You can just keep recycling it forever, and then you just have infinite Magna Garurumon because it also digivolves from the trash. It's really funny. Yeah, here's the answer. Yes, it can attack. When digivolving into this card, the turn end conditions won't be met until all of the resulting processing has been resolved. In this case, these cards when digivolving affect your turn effect, and any effects triggered by them must first be resolved, and then the turn end conditions will be met. Then the end of the turn timing will occur, and BT18088 Takoji's end of your turn effect will trigger. So the answer is yes. Um, the uh, the effect will allow you to attack again. And this isn't this the card game song? Yes, it is. Okay. Um. So I'm what 3 for 3, I think. Sorry, like 3 and 3 rather. Three correct, three failed, and then 2 that I'm not counting. I think so. Next one. Next question. Can I use the main effect of BT18096 Lord of Devastation and Rebirth? You can see where my headspace was when I was gathering these questions. Can I use the main effect of BT18096 Lord of Devastation and Rebirth to place one of my red and blue tamers and one of my red and yellow tamers under one of my Susanomon and its bottom the illusion cards? Again, this is a very well-known interaction for players of this version of red or yellow hybrid. I'm adding it because when the cards came out, I remember there was a post put out like clarifying this effect, and I don't know. I just think it's an interesting interaction that's worth talking about. So again, this one I know from playing, not because I saw the answer, so I will count it. It's a freebie for me, but basically, um, Lord of Devastation and Rebirth says the following. On main, one of your Digimon or Tamers may digivolve into Susanomon in the hand or trash without paying the cost. Very important to remember that Ace is not part of the name of the card. The card is not called Susanomon Ace, it's called Susanomon, and it's also an Ace card, which was very confusing in BT14. I mean, they just kind of put out a statement, I think, and it was just clear that was just, we weren't used to
then putting like words in the card name that weren't part of the name. Anyway, medieval into Susanomon in the hand or trash without paying the cost. Then, by placing up to 4 of your tamers with different colors as one of your Susanomons, bottom the evolution cards, gain 1 memory for each placed card. So, you play Lord of Devastation or Rebirth, and say your Takuya Koji digivolves into Susanomon Ace. um, right? Let's say you had the 10 sources that are required, because this doesn't ignore the evolution requirements. You still have to have the 10 or more sources on there. Um, but then it says that you can add up to 4 of your tamers with different colors to one of your Susanomons, bottom the evolution cards, and give 1 memory for each place. So let's say, I don't know, let's say for the sake of argument that this is evolving another tamer that's not seen here, because, you know what? There we go. Let me just... no, not that one. There we go. Easy. So with the evolve on top of this, Susanomon is not gonna see this tamer as one of the ones that was uh what's the word I'm looking for, that was added by the effect of Lord of Devastation or Rebirth. Or rather, Lord of Devastation or Rebirth is not gonna see this one as part of the effect. This was just that card that it did evolve on top of. But you can absolutely say, okay, well, I'm going to Digivolve. I'm going to add, rather not Digivolve, this Takuya Koji for the color yellow. Okay, and then I'm going to add this Tomihimi. Are you serious? Okay, this Tomihimi as a part of the effect, right, for the color blue, right? And then you say, oh, look at that, I have another Tommy. I was hiding it from you. This was my plan all along, sorry. And you say, okay, well, you already added a red card. You can't add Tomihimi again. Well, I am adding it for blue. I fucking hate you. I'm trying to make a point here. I am adding it for blue. The original Tommy that I added, that was for red. Now I'm adding one for blue. And this is a valid play that's going to gain you 3 memory back. So you only paid 3 for Lord of Devastation Reverse. Pretty neat, right? It's pretty cool. That's just the difference of like declaring what color you wanna use your tamer for. That's it. That's the whole thing. Right, just gonna. I'm gonna like. You didn't exist. Oh, 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 oh. Don't look behind the curtain. Alright. That's not how it was, but it's okay. What was that? Doesn't matter. Sorry, I get distracted easy. Yeah, so let's look at that ruling, which... I mean, again, this is one that I know I'm right about, because I play that deck. I've had to deal with this ruling. Oh, the answer is just yes, you can. So there you go.
Apparently, I was in a real mood when I did this. This I started gathering this um part. Like I didn't mention this. I kind of wish I hadn't remembered because now I'm starting to feel the pain again. Um, I had um wisdom teeth removal operation a couple weeks ago. That's the reason I haven't uploaded anything or been streaming or anything. Um, and I've been recovering since. Um, and I did a lot of these very slowly from my bed as I was like sleeping in and out of consciousness because I would get very sleepy during my recovery. I guess that's just like what your body does when you're injured, and I removed all four of them at once. So I guess I was four times injured. I was just really tired all the time, and I wasn't eating well because you can't eat well when you have four injuries in your mouth. Um, so I I did a lot of this during that arc, and I am now seeing that a bunch of those were about hybrids because I guess I just like the deck and I want to talk about it. Anyway. I am better now. It hurts when I talk sometimes. It wasn't because I've forgotten about it, but now I'm conscious about it, and it hurts a little bit, but not a lot. It's fine. It also hurts when I like slurp. It's annoying. It's annoying. It's fine. I'm good. Um, does BT18102 Susanomon Aces Blast Digivolve allow me to use the Takoji with 10 hybrid trade cards under the evolution requirements to Digivolve? Okay, actually, I remember why I added this one. I want to talk about it because I was very disappointed when I learned this ruling. Because it's about Blast DNA, no, not Blast DNA, Blast Digivolve. And if you look at it very closely, it says right here, your Digimon may digivolve into this card without paying the cost. So it's kind of like a similar um, situation that we saw when Shangrama Bursmul could play Marcus under Crimson Blaze, except this time is the opposite and it doesn't benefit me and I hate it. Because no, you cannot. Your tamers are not considered Digimon, so this can't digivolve on top of your tamer's own counter timing. I honestly think this is a heavily wasted opportunity for something really funny. And that's about it because honestly, I've played this deck a lot and I don't think I've ever had the 10 sources on. I think it may have happened once and I might not have had Sanomon to use at that time. Like in hand. So I think this is just a wasted opportunity that you can't do this, but yeah, unfortunately you can't do this. I know, I hate it too. Um, because yeah, usually, like yeah, you may be getting a bunch of sources every turn from Takoji's effect to like put sources under it that start the main phase, but you're most of the time immediately digivolving that thing and sending it to kill something. Uh, and then it dies because it always does, but that's okay because that's part of the game plan. And you put Takoji back onto the onto the field as a tamer, but at that point it doesn't have any sources, so it has to load itself again, and it's hard to load 10 sources in one turn. You need uh, what is it? It's 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. You need five tamers on top of it. That's pretty difficult, honestly. That six tamers on the board, that's pretty difficult. Um, but yeah, that's from the Q&A. This is Susanomon. Whoops.
Uh, sorry, gonna pull up the official ruling here. The discard plus DNA allow me to. Yep. No, you can't use the devolution requirement plus the evolve. It doesn't specify why. Um, which is more annoying. But when I inspected the card, I realized why. It's because your Digimon made it. Again, this is a. I think this is a wasted opportunity. I think they should have just at least for Susanomon, they should have just allowed you to do it. It would have been so funny. Um, I'm gonna be honest. I've lost count. I think I'm 6 for 3 or 6 and 3 or 7 and 3. No, because that would make 10. Actually, no. I guess I would be 5 and 3 because I still have to two that I discard. Yeah, it must be. That's it. Yeah, I'm at 5 and 3. I figured it out. It doesn't matter really, but you know. Okay, on to more recent cards. Um, I think there's a couple about like these ghosties. Maybe I don't remember. But BT20-006, the Mimeramon's inherited effect, and BT20-063 Ghostmon's inherited effect trigger simultaneously when BT20-068 Bakemon with BT20-006 the Mimeramon and BT20-063 Ghostmon in its evolution cards was deleted. At such times, if I activate the BT20-006 the Mimeramon's effect first and BT20-060 Bakemon is returned from the trash to the hand, can I then activate BT20-063 Ghostmon's inherited effect? So this is a question about well, on deletion triggers, I guess, but also who owns the effect. I know the answer to this because it actually came up when we were testing the deck, and I had to look it up. I'm not. I mean, I guess I read it, so I shouldn't count it. But also, I learned it from gameplay, and I don't know. It doesn't matter, I guess. I'm only quantifying my correct answers to see, like, how well I'm doing. But this is really a question of who owns the effect, and thinking about it that way makes it very easy and very intuitive to resolve this question. You may know and remember that the effects at the bottom of the card, this right here, right? They're called inherited effects. It says it right there, right? Inherited effect. It means that the effect is being granted to the Digimon at the top. This effect actually doesn't belong to the Digimon that the effect is printed on, and you know this because you know that you can't activate the inherited effect of a Digimon that's on top of the stack. For instance, on this stack, Bakemon would not be able to activate its inherited effect for on deletion game of memory. That's not allowed because it's an inherited effect. It's not its effect, it's the effect of the next Digimon that digivolves on top of him. Knowing that, it's actually pretty easy. All of these effects on their Bakemon belong to Bakemon. So when Bakemon is deleted, on deletion effects trigger the moment that the Digimon that has those on deletion effects touches the trash. And something very important is that they can only be resolved if the Digimon is in trash. That's very relevant for this question because it says if I activate BT20-006 the Mimeramon's effect first, and BT20068 Bakemon is returned from the trash to the hand, can I then activate BT20063 Ghostmon's inherit effect? So in this situation, we take this stack and we send it to trash. Let's assume the trash is in this side, right? And then, sorry. Shoot. This is kind of how you would have your trash. I mean, I separate my Digitamas, but, you know. And at this time, you say, okay, I'm going to activate the Mimeramon's deleted effect first, which, again, remember, it belongs to Bakemon at this point, right? So I'm going to return Bakemon to hand. Let's assume the hand is on this side, which I should have used the hand thingy that I have. You know what? Fuck it. Hold on. No, give me a second. No, give me a second. There you go. Now you see how the sausage is made. I don't own this, by the way. I don't know the hand. I just found it on the internet. I hope it's okay that I'm using it. Either way, you return this to the hand. I hate you. Hey, what do you... Can I do it here? Yes, okay. That's what it is, okay. Sorry, it's annoying. It's bothering me. Okay. So I return this to the hand. And now this isn't in trash anymore. Now remember, Ghostmon's, like, the Memo's effect already resolved, so who cares, right? Ghostmon's inherited effect does not belong to Ghostmon, it belonged to Bakemon. But it's an on-deletion effect. So it means that Bakemon has to be in trash to be able to resolve that effect. At this time, this effect triggers and fizzles. Actually, I think it just fizzles. I'm not sure if it triggers. Whatever, it doesn't work because Bakemon is no longer in trash. So you actually don't gain the memory. When Necromon first came out, the rule that we thought was, you know, correct for easily resolving the whole chain of effects was, oh, it's simple. Just start at level 3 and go upwards on deletion effects. Right? So go 3, 4, 5, 6, and then resolve the Digitama. The reason we thought that was the case, that we needed to do that, is because we thought that if the Digimon with the inherited effect left the trash, we couldn't trigger that effect anymore. So when Phantomon's effect triggers to play a level 4, like Bakemon, we thought, okay, well, at that point we have to have resolved Bakemon's effect. So it's best if you go from bottom to top, you know, start on level 3, go 4, 5, 6, and then go back to the Digitama. Turns out that still works really well, but not for the reason we thought, but rather because we're recovering Necromon, you know, if that's the card we want to recover, at the very last moment. So yeah, that's how that works. Similarly, by the same effect, I could return Ghostmon. Let's say I return Ghostmon instead. I could return Ghostmon first using the Immermon's effect, and then because Bakemon is still in trash, I can still gain this memory. Because Bakemon has that effect. It won't after that point, but it has it at that point. So yeah, that's that's how that works. I thought it was very interesting. Interaction. Sorry. Press the hand and then yeah. So the official answer says no, you can't. When a Digimon is deleted and a non-deletion effect when a Digivolution card is triggered, it will only be pending activation for the Digimon card with that Digivolution card.
If a card with an effect that's pending activation leaves that area before the effect activates, the effect can no longer be activated. In this case, BT20068 Backgammon is deleted and an on deletion effect on a devolution card is triggered. The effect will only be pending activation for BT20068 Backgammon. If the deleted BT20068 Backgammon leaves the trash, the inherited on deletion effect of pending activation can no longer be activated. Um, yes, so here's the other scenario that I was talking about. It says this card's inherited effect, this card being Backgammon. Oh, sorry, not the Mimeramon, sorry. And BT20063 Ghostmon's inherited effect triggers simultaneously. When BT20068 Backgammon with this card and BT20063 Ghostmon in its evolution cards was deleted. At such time, if I activate this card's effect first and BT20063 Ghostmon is returned from the trash to the hand, can I then activate BT20063 Ghostmon's inherited effect? And the answer says yes, you can. When a Digimon is deleted and an on-deletion effect on a Devolution card is triggered, it will only be pending activation for the Digimon card with that Devolution card. Same, explanation as before. You can activate BT20063 Gosmon's inherited effect, even if this card's BT20063 Gosmon is returned to the hand. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the more you know, right? Something I had to learn too. But yeah, let's go ahead, rebuild the stack. Uh, you know what? Good enough. We'll trigger somebody, I'm sure. Okay. Next question. 2 copies of BT20013 Balhawkmon are in the battle area. Can I activate the main effect on both copies of this card and play one card with System Owner Gankumon its name with the play cost reduced by 4? No, why can't you? Well, because it's a main effect, and it says you may play one Digimon card with System Owner Gankumon its name. Actually, it's not because of the main effect. But it's because it says you may play one Digimon card with System Owner Gankumon its name from your hand with the play cost reduced by 2. It says that you may play the Digimon, it doesn't say that you reduce the cost of the next Digimon with those names that you play. It's a very important difference. It's the same difference that your training cards have versus from Master to Disciple from the Jesmon
from Jesmon's deck, right? Jesmon archetype. From Master to Disciple says the next time that you would Digivolve Digimon with the traits, whatever, or the names or whatever, reduce the evolution cost by 1 or something to that effect. Whereas your trainings say you may Digivolve a Digimon of whatever color into a Digimon of the same color with the cost reduced by 2. Or something to that effect. Which is more similar to what this is, and it's the same type of effect. Something that's very important to keep in mind with this one is that if you do have 2 copies of it, nothing is actually stopping you from activating the effect twice. It just means that the first one fizzled. So like, cause it's a main once per turn what is it called? Optional effect. You can 100% declare that you're activating this effect and then just not play anything. I don't know why you would want to do that. It's more of a trap that if you activate it and then don't play anything. Sorry. You already lost. You already lost value there. Because you're triggering an effect that you're wasting an effect.
You may have had the intention of doing what this question says, right? Reduce the cost twice, but that's not how the card works. You can only play it by a cost reduce of 2, and then if you activate 2 of these, you are wasting an effect. So there you go. Um, let's just. I should be doing this while I'm yapping. I was at the beginning. You may have maybe not noticed as much at the beginning when I was doing this. The problem is I am now an hour and a half in and I'm sleepy. But yeah, the answer is no, you can't. You can't activate multiple main effects at the same time. Which, yeah, I guess that's another way to explain it. Yeah. I guess, yeah, you can also explain it like that, because this one will have to end resolution for the next one too. Anyways, on to, I think, a bit more complicated stuff. I don't remember exactly what this was, but I see these two and I get scared because of current events that are happening in Digimon TCG. This question 13. I have officially lost the count. I think I'm 11 and 3, or sorry, 10 and 3. No, because I'm at 13. I think I'm 8 and 3. Yeah, no, because yeah, no, yeah, I think I'm 8 and 3. Fuck it, I think so. Um, I use BT16077 Dino Demons when the evolve in effect to play BT16077 Pale Dramon. Give rush to BT16077 Dino Beamon and attack a player. Can I then use BT16077 Pale Dramons on play when the evolve in effect to make an attack? Okay, so let's look at these cards. First of all, it says that it's using BT16077 Dino Beamons when the open effect to play the Pelamon. So that is, if the innate Digivolving, you may play one level 5 or lower Digimon card with a free trait from your trash without paying the cost. Then one of your Digimon may gain Rush for the turn and attack a player. Okay, so we're clearly DNA Digivolving here, and we made Dino Beamon. We play Pelamon. We give Rush to Dino Beamon and attack a player. So, boom, we swing. Okay. Can I then use BT16077 Palermon's on play when the open effect to make it attack? So make Palermon attack. Let's leave it suspended. So now we focus on Palermon. Peldramon's effect says, we're talking about its own play when Digivolving. Says, for the turn, one of your Digimon gains piercing and gets plus 4000 DP. Then this Digimon may attack. This Digimon meaning Peldramon. That's interesting. It's not that Digimon. Interesting. When any of your Peldramon or Dino Beamon will be deleted, yeah, they both have that effect, don't they? No, they don't. Oh no, because this is BT16, the one is BT20. This is the right one, right? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I imported the wrong card. Wait, the question was about BT16 Peldramon. I imported BT20 Peldramon. That's so funny, because this one also lets you attack. I was gonna say no, because there's no rush. It doesn't have rush. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, hold on, let me... let me go find BT16 Peldramon. Oh, that is so funny. um... What? Where did I get this question from? BT16 Peldramon doesn't have an on-play. Did I maybe write the wrong? Maybe that was it. I wrote the wrong code. Let me look at the actual question.
BT13. Or no, not BT. Well, question 13. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Where are my? What's not here is here. Yeah. Hey, hold on, guys. Let me figure this out. Okay, yeah, I found the question. Um, I made a mistake, and it's the most hilarious mistake because there's also a Dynabimon in, sorry, a Keldramon in BT16. So that's why I didn't think much of that. Uh, it's meant to be. How did I make this mistake? 077. Keldramon is not that code in BT16. Oh, I use Dynabimons. I use. That's That is so funny. I copied Dino. Oh my god, that is so funny. Okay, hold on. Let me fix that. We're doing it live, guys. Okay. So the question is now correct. It is the cards that are on the board, on the image. I just made a boo boo. Okay. So, and I already kind of answered. Yeah, the answer is no because it doesn't have rush. It doesn't take like magic shit. Um, Um, an attack up. Yeah, no, it can't attack. A new attack declaration can't be made. Oh, I guess also that thing is attacking still. In this case, BT16 077 Dynamite is already attacking using its when the evolving effect. This card's on play when the evolving effect can be activated before the counter timing, but because you can't declare another attack during an attack, you won't be able to attack using this effect even if you activate it. Okay, so that's all well and good. But did we also forget that we just played Peldramon? Peldramon can't attack even if it wanted to. Oh, maybe I did a different. Maybe I did another mistake with this question that makes it make more sense. I think we're gonna discard this question. So I just made too many mistakes. The give rush to. No, yeah. You play this card, give rush to Dynabimon and attack a player. You're really misplaying because you're giving rush to a DNA Digivolve Digimon, but okay. Can I then use this card on play on the Digivolving effect to attack with this card? I mean, I guess you wanted to attack with this one instead of the other one for some reason. I guess this one has partition. Huh. What triggers first? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter actually because partition doesn't trigger in combat. Hmm. I guess if the memory is already on the opposite side, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Um. Anyway, I am also right because this thing doesn't have rush. It doesn't say anywhere that it gains rush, so it can't attack because We just hard played it. Um, but hey, good for them. It also can't attack because it's coming in the middle of this Dino Beamon's attack. No, you're right. That's also a reason. But also it doesn't have rush. Okay, this next one is weird. I remember I forgot that I put this in, and I actually don't know the answer, and it's confusing me a lot. So I'm excited to like just look at the answer for this one because I don't know. Okay. What order do a security effect when performs a security check effect and when a card is removed from security? I think I made another boo boo here. Um, I think it's what order do. God damn it. If I remember correctly, it's what order do when performs security check effect and when a card is removed from security stack effect activated when when they trigger simultaneously upon a security check. I don't know what this a security thing is here. Oh my god. Please let me just edit it. I can't see up there. Okay, I think that's it. Or to do when perform security check effect. So I know you're looking at your screen and you're saying, "What the fuck is that abomination?" Um, I don't know how this would ever come to pass that Takuya digivolves directly into Orimon, but bear with me for the example, okay? So Orimon's effect, its alternate effect, says when security stacks are removed from, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. Okay? Um, and then Takuya's inherited effect says this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP. While this Digimon has 10,000 DP or more, it gains your turn once per turn when this Digimon checks an opponent's security gain to memory. So the question is this: Orimon with this inherited effect, don't ask me why, swings into security, and it is able to check um, the opponent's security. Now we have two triggers, but they have different wordings. But technically, both are happening at the same time, which is why I want to think about this for a few minutes. Because one says when security stacks are removed from, and the other one says when this demon checks an opponent's security. So if we think about the process of checking security, we swing at the player, they decide not to block or they don't have a blocker or something, right? The attack is successful and it hits a security shield. The card is taken from the security stack. I guess it's picked up first and then turned around. And I think at this point I'm already thinking too much about it. Like I'm already thinking too deeply. If we think of the actions that naturally need to happen for a human to be able to reveal their security card, their top security card, they would be removing it from security first before it's checked, because checking it means it's flipped, right? So Orimon triggers first, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm just gonna lock that answer in, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. Um, I I don't know if there's even a difference. I don't know if this is like a real question that needs to be asked and answered. Um, I I mean I think you should even be able to choose. But you know what? We're about to find out. Um, if it actually makes a difference, um, we'll learn from it. Oriumon. Okay, here's the question. Okay, I think the question did actually include the security effect part, and if that's the case, security effects always trigger first. That part I know. So, okay. Yeah. Security effects take precedence for activation upon a security check. A security effect will immediately activate without pending activation. For other triggered effects, the turn player activates their effects first. That doesn't answer my question. Did I just not understand the question that was being asked? I think I just didn't understand the question. Oh no. So I think the answer for what I was thinking of is you choose, like I was thinking. However, I think the question wasn't that. They were just asking if security effects interrupt, and in that case, yes, security effects always take precedence. I know that. I think most people know that. I feel like subtracting a point. Like I should take a negative point. I should take away one of my correctly answered questions because of how much I misunderstood this one. I'm just gonna move on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. But hey, we only have 5 more questions. That's probably just another 2 hours. Yeah, it could be an hour though. I'm kidding, but it could be an hour. Hey, it's no longer April Fool's, guys. By the way, so I'm not lying. Um, okay. Yeah. Okay. So, question. I have EX8073 Gallimon X Antibody. Everyone's favorite card. We love Gallimon. In play with BT19011 Wargralmon Ace and EX5070X Antibody Protoform in its evolution cards. Oh, by the way, this is the point where I started finding questions from people on the Discord. So these are really cool scenarios that are happening to people, which I think for the next ones I'm gonna pull more from this than all the other sources because I like this a lot. Anyways, my opponent digivolves into BT20079 Necromon, putting me to 1 memory. Actually, is that correct? Is this where I started getting that? This might have been a post. I think this was a post, but I think the next one is when I start. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna start over. I have Galamon X in play with Wargramon Ace and X Antibody Protoform in evolution cards. My opponent digivolves into BT20 Necromon, putting me to 1 memory. Necromon targets Galamon X Antibody with its when digivolving effect, triggering X Antibody Protoform's inherited effects. Using the inherited effect of X Antibody Protoform, I add the Wargramon Ace from the evolution cards back to hand, causing the overthrow to put the memory at 2 on my opponent's side. At this time, is Galamon X Antibody deleted by the effect of Necromon or not? I hate that this is so genius. Because, by all intents and purposes, for what I know of Galamon X, I think this works. Let's look at the cards and figure it out. So, we have Galamon X. I'm sorry. I'm okay. I promise. I'm not I'm not angry. We have Galamon X. And we're gonna read the whole card because it's just important to be thorough, I think. So when Digivolve when attacking, if Galamon X or X antibody is in this Digimon's evolution card, until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon gets plus 4000 DP and one of their Digimon gets minus 4000 DP. When Digivolving out of attack, delete one of your opponent's 10,000 DP or lower Digimon. If this effect didn't delete, translate their top security card and this Digimon on suspense. Hold on a second. I need water. Okay. Sorry, you talk straight for 2 hours and suddenly your mouth is dry. All turns while you have 0 or less memory, this Digimon isn't affected by your opponent's Digimon's effect. I think all we care about where Groundmon Ace is the overflow of 3. And the next antibody protoform. When this Digimon would leave the battle area, other than one of your effects from this Digimon's evolution cards, return one Digimon card to the hand and place one X antibody on top of your security stack. So what is happening here? Oh, where's the here's opponent plays Necromon. Look at this. Look at this production quality, eh? This is upside down because it's for the enemy, and we even have a memory gauge right here. Anyways, I'm gonna turn it around so I can read it. Where's the knob? There it is. I found it. Okay, Necromon. Has security attack and the new keyword execute, which at the end of your turn, this Digimon may attack. At the end of that attack, delete this Digimon. Your opponent on suspended Digimon can also be attacked with this effect. Unplay when Digivolving. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. You may on deletion, you may play one level 5 or lower Digimon card with the Ghost Trade from your trash without paying the cost. Okay. So what's happened here is opponent played Necromon and targeted, and I guess they were at 13 memory because they passed memory at 1. So anyways, they targeted Galamon X antibody. Or I guess they were at 11 memory, sorry. They target Galamon X antibody. Galamon X antibody has X antibody protoform as its evolution source. Little known fact about X antibody protoform. This is a mandatory effect, which can often screw you over. Like it's pretty easy to get fucked over by this effect. But all turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area, which it would because it's getting deleted, right? Other than by one of your effects, from this Digimon's evolution card, return one Digimon card to the hand and place X antibody on top of your security stack. So, X antibody. First of all, you're adding this to hand, and hold on a sec. Trust the process. Trust the process. There you go. Okay, we're adding this to hand. An X antibody we're putting face down in security. Hold on, I have the technology for this. Give me a second. No, hold on. I have the technology for this. You don't know. You don't even know. There you go, huh? Oh, you can't even see it. Anyways, huh? Ah, it's now face down. um, let's put this guy like here now. Um, so now overflow is causing this to move over here because War Groundmon um was returned to hand, thus triggering overflow. That happened because Galamon would leave the battle area due to deletion, which is an interrupted effect. Remember, would is an interrupted keyword. Um, Now the memory is back on this side, and Galamon has, on the opponent's side, and Galamon has gained immunity to Digimon effects again. So Galamon just doesn't die. We've seen this before in other cards that use X antibody protoform, where they would leave the battle area. They have to, like, even if they're able to protect themselves from effects, because it's a mandatory interruptive effect, they have to like remove the protoform from their sources, put it in security, and like take away one of their sources. Um, and then they can use their protection to avoid leaving the battle area, even if the two effects trigger at the same time, because at some point they would have left. They have to activate X antibodies. They have the very protoforms inherit the effect. Um, so by all means, yes, I think yeah, and then the card would remain on the board on the board. You know, if it did protect itself. So yeah, by all means, I think this Galamon X antibody stays on the board. Uh, this did not die, which is kind of funny. It's evil and genius, and I love it. It's amazing. I'm very happy that that happens. Um, let's look at the official answer. This one is from Discord. So. Okay. Oh wow, wow, that is, huh? Okay, so I got it wrong. The question. I'm sorry, you might have heard the vibration there. Um, the answer says Galamon X antibody will be deleted at the time that Necromon's effect is resolving. Galamon X is affected by the effect of Necromon, and it will be deleted even if the memory gauge moves back to 0 or less. Huh. I want to break that down. I want to think about it further. Now that we know the answer, why is that the answer? So, oh, so why is that the answer? When Necromon is targeting Galamon X antibody, memory is here. As this card moves from the field or under a card to an area other than those, lose 3 memory. Yeah, this happens before. So, is it about the timing of, like,
does all that matter? Is all that matters the timing of the activation for Necromon? Hmm. Create one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. It's all it says. If Calamon or X antibody... No, sorry. While you have 0 or less memory, this Digimon isn't affected by your opponent's Digimon effects. I guess the only thing that matters then is the timing of the activation of the opponent effect, the Necromon effect. Huh. Interesting. Hmm. Okay. I was thinking on calling it and maybe just doing the rest of the questions tomorrow or something. But we only have 4 left. So I kind of want to finish it, even if it takes a while. Um, but I am gonna need a little bit of a break. So I'm gonna break for just a few minutes, and I'll be right back. I love you the music.
He's back. Sorry about that. I have now acquired a puppy. Puppy is gonna give me her powers and tell me all the answers, like she's gonna do in the test. Um, I was wrong about this one, but I am happy to have been. I mean, to be fair, no, it was kind of a cool play. I kind of feel like, oh, what happened to the scene? Uh-oh. Mm. Mm. No. Nope, wrong. Why is it all off center? Uh. Oh. I. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I'm gonna have to do some string magic. Oh my god, I can't even. Okay. Sorry. Sorry, I'm hiding. Wait, how can I? Never mind. Oh wait. Somehow it now looks better. Wait, what's the next slide look like? Guys, we're just gonna have some white space on the sides. I... No, this is the wrong thing. Hold on. I'll try. I'll try real quick. Um... Did I remove from the bottom? Oh, no, I removed from the top. Okay. Oh, I didn't like that. I think I'm removing all of this from the bot. Why did this happen? Oh, now I have to adjust the and now it's too much. Like, what's this look like? It looks just barely. We're gonna keep it like that. We're just gonna have a little bit of white space from now on. It's fine. I'm sorry. I tried to fix it. I I can't fix it very well without like shutting down the stream, really. So we're just gonna do this. Okay. So that was the Galamon question. Yes. Okay. So question 16. Can I activate BT20 Pulsemon's inherited effect even if my opponent's Digimon and the Digimon that has this card in his Digivolution cards um, are deleted at the same time? Um, so what is the effect? When this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, gain 1 memory. It's the inherited effect. So all turns, once per turn. I'm going to say no. Reason being, this Digimon has to be on the board to resolve that effect. Because it's not an on-deletion effect. It's an all turns effect, meaning that it's only active. Yeah, it's an all turns effect, meaning that it's only active while the Digimon exists on the board. And so I've noticed that there's a little bit of black space over here. Sorry, guys. I know this looks ugly with the white borders and whatnot. I know. I'm sorry. It's not worth fixing at this point, okay? I'm sorry. um. Yeah, I'm gonna say no because the Digimon is not on the board at that point, and it needs to be able to resolve the effect. So that's question 16. Oh, okay. Can the inherit effect of this card be activated? Yeah. No, it cannot be activated. It's the whole answer that's given in the Q&A. I'm going to say the reason is the reason I said, because it's not on the board anymore, so it doesn't resolve. Okay, next question. We're almost there. 17, I have to do 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, so there's 4 still. There were 5. I lied. You know, whatever. Another Galamon X question. I think this is the one where I started from the questions on Discord. I have BT12 016 War Growlmon and BT19 080 Takato Matsuki on my battle area. I use BT9 109X antibody from my hand and add it to War Growlmon's evolution sources. I then attack with War Growlmon and use X Antibody's inherited effect to digivolve into EX8073 Galamon X, using its when digivolving effect. Using it with the evolving effect, I unsuspend Galamon X. Can I then attack again with Galamon X by suspending Takato Matsuki to activate its effect? Okay. So and then activate. And then attack with War Ramon. Okay, War Ramon attacks. The hereditary effect of X antibody triggers, which says when attacking, this Digimon can digivolve into a Digimon card with X antibody in its traits in your hand for its Digivolution cost. So no reduction there. Um, what is this looking like for you guys? Oh no, you can't see the bottom. If I zoom into this. Man, all I did was change to my loading screen and now everything is broken. Um, I hate it as much as you do. No, I probably hate it more, but it's what I have to do right now. Okay, I guess I just won't have a break next time. That's the lesson I'm learning here. So X antibody triggers in Digivolves Wargramon into Galamon X. And then using Galamon X's effect, which I hope we can see on the screen. Yes, we can, okay. um, it says that when the well-being or at end of attack, delete one of your opponent's 10,000 DP or lower Digimon. If this affected, and delete treasure top security and this Digimon on suspense. So it attacked, did not delete trash top security on suspense. Um, that is being triggered on evolution. Can I then attack again with Galamon X by suspending Tagato Matsuki to activate its effect? This says, when any of your Digimon digivolve into a Digimon with Dramon or Galamon in its name, by suspending this tamer, that Digimon gains raid for the turn, then that Digimon attacks a player. Okay, so let's think about it.
Wargramon is attacking. The Wargramon declares an attack, activates X antibody. That effect resolves by digivolving into Galamon X antibody. Uh, Galamon X antibody now puts is when digivolving in effect. I guess both of them into the queue. And Takato's effect is now on the queue too. When any of your Digimon digivolve into a Digimon card with Grammar or Galamon in its name, by suspending this tamer, the Digimon gains raid for a turn. Then the Digimon attacks a player. So Galamon X gains 4000 DP and takes 4000 DP away from an opponent Digimon. And it also doesn't delete a 10,000 or lower DP Digimon. Instead, it trash opponent's top security and unsuspends. Both of these effects resolve. And now Takato is the only thing in queue. Takato suspends. But the problem here is that Galamon is still attacking. Its attack has not resolved. So, even though it's unsuspended, it's still in the middle of an attack. Like, security hasn't been checked. Like, we're not even at the... Like, we're now just entering blocker timing. Right? So Galamon shouldn't be able to attack. Because it's in the middle of an attack. Like, again, we're now on blocker timing. Or rather, no, we're on counter timing. Blocker timing comes on after. So, no. Galamon should not be allowed to attack with this effect. It gains raid, but it's too late to redirect the attack. And let's see what the judges say. It says you cannot declare an attack while another attack is ongoing. That is until no effects are pending activation at end of attack timing. Um, you can suspend Tagato to gain raid, but the attack will fizzle out. Note that you will not be able to activate raid for the certain attack because it wasn't present at the attack declaration, but you may use it in further attacks for the turn. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I was right. You can't declare another attack because that attack is not over. This attack is now, again, like just it just entered counter timing. So you can suspend the staccato, but I mean you only give it raid, but it can't use it during this attack. It really doesn't do anything. It almost feels like it might be better. Well, I mean, unless you're not gonna digivolve anymore this turn, you could just like save the Takato. God, I hate that this has happened to my scene. We pulled through. We pulled through. It's okay. It looks so ugly. Oh wow, you can see that now. You can see the little scenes I have at the bottom now. Hold on, I almost got it. Sorry. I just hate it too much. 200? The most epic music just for this. Um, God, this is. No, I'm missing text on the screen. Wait, can I? Oh, no, it doesn't work either. Mm, wait, can I do this? Okay, we're almost there. Hold on. That is a lot better, right? I mean, it still has like
some white area on the left, but much better than before. I might keep that whiteboard. Like, I don't hate the whiteboard, if I'm being honest. I just hate all the problems that came with me trying to fix it. I think there's some black at the top too, which... Oh. I would like to rephrase that, actually. You know what I meant. Uh, uh... Now the text is too big. Man, I'm gonna have fun cutting out this board, huh? No, I really need that to... Like, can I... The opposite? Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna touch it anymore. We're gonna... There's a button that fits it. What am I doing? Okay, we're gonna leave it at there. We're gonna leave it right there. We're not gonna touch it anymore. We're gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna move myself a little bit. And that's good. I'm tired. I wanna go to bed. I wanna finish this. It's 1 in the morning. Okay, number 18. I have BT20-016 Paildramon and BT20-074 Dinobemon on the battle area. I attack the opponent player using Paildramon and check into EX6073 Agudemon. Paildramon loses the security battle, and before it is deleted, I use its Alterns effect to DNA Digivolve it with Dinobemon into EX3063 Imperial Dramon Dragon mode. After resolving the first part of its when Digivolving effect, is Imperial Dramon Dragon mode able to attack with Blitz? Okay. So this one is super interesting. Because I discussed this one with judges. This is the one I mentioned at the very beginning that I had discussed with the judges. And yeah, let me show you what's so interesting about this one. So Paildramon attacks the player. Okay, so Paildramon goes whoosh, attack the player. And it checks security, and security is Agudemon. Oh my god. Agudemon is 16,000 DP. Way more than Paildramon. So Paildramon now says, when any of your Paildramon or Dinobemon would be deleted, 2 of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve into Imperial Dramon Dragon mode in the hand. Oh, look at that. They have Imperial Dramon Dragon mode in the hand. So now they go DNA Evolution. Jogres Shinka. Boom, Imperial Dramon Dragon mode. Now, when is this happening? What triggered this? This fight, right? Let's think about the steps of the attack one more time, because this is something that I recently learned to think through. And it's really cool. There's the attack declaration, and that's when attacking effects activate, right? In this case, there's none. So we go on to blocker timing, or sorry, counter timing. There's nothing for your opponent to counter with. Blocker timing, there's nothing to block with. We go into the security check, and that causes the battle. Battle occurs, and Paildramon loses. Now, notice that this hasn't reached end of attack timing.
because the attack isn't over. The battle doesn't mark the end of attack. Um, and also notice that the wording here says when any of your Pelormon or Dino Beamon would be deleted, two of your Demon may DNA. Blah, blah, blah. Once again, would comes up as an interruptive effect. So okay, so what is it interrupting? Well, Pelormon's deletion. It's about to be deleted. It's gonna be deleted, and it's not gonna because it's gonna interrupt that deletion. So now it does okay. DNA. This is happening before Pelormon is treated as deleted. And in fact, it's not gonna be treated as deleted because it's doing this instead, right? But what does that mean? It means that the fight is not over because the fight ends when the losing Digimon is deleted, and then you go into end of attack timing, and that timing after those end of attack effects resolve, that's the end of the attack. But Budamon, it wasn't checked in security, so now it's gone. Now this guy says, if DNA Digivolving, which it is, your opponent chooses one of their Digimon and deletes the rest, then Blitz. In this case, there's nothing to delete. But you might say, oh, okay, Blitz. Well, guess what? This effect is actually delaying the end of attack. Because remember that Peldramon's effect triggered during the attack and it interrupted the battle to DNA Digivolve into Imperial Dramon Dragon mode. So now Dragon mode has Digivolved during the attack. And you know what you can't do during an attack? Like we saw like a question ago or something? That's right, you cannot declare another attack. So Dragon mode can't blitz. Imperial Dramon Dragon mode is not able to declare its attack using blitz because it's in the middle of an attack. Now, if the attack ends and you still have your turn, obviously you can declare an attack normally like that. But specifically for blitz, because this effect is actually adding to the stack and delaying the end of attack, you can't use it. And then after that you go into end of attack timing, and by then blitz has lost its timing because blitz only activates at the timing that the effect says and never again. It's usually when Digivolving, but there is like the one card that lets you do it on play, like the one Machine Ramon option. Yeah. Anyways, that's it. That's that card. I don't know how it changed things like that. Yeah. Okay. I don't need. You know what? I'm gonna go check it just so I can read the response from these guys. Which is cannot declare an attack with Blitz, you're still in the middle of an ongoing attack process. And then they're sharing the attack flow interactions. Which is, yep, when attacking, or attack declaration, counter timing, block timing, success confirming, which is the battle and security check. And then end of attack, which is pretty much what I said, right? I was very happy. Thanks a lot to the judges in the server that are always like paying attention to this stuff. I was super happy to have had this question clarified because I, by all intents and purposes, thought that blitz was allowed, because I thought that the fact that Peldramon lost that battle meant that the fight had been over. Also, I thought that because this is a DNA evolution, that this is a new Digimon. It's not like the attacker is gone from the field at this point, right? The original attacker was Pelamon. Pelamon doesn't exist anymore. It is now Imperial Dramon Dragon Ball, and that's not the same Digimon according to DNA evolution rules. Um, so yeah, I thought I thought that attack was cancelled, but no. As a matter of fact, all like the chain of effects that happen um prevents blitz from occurring. Like they stop each other basically. It's a really cool interaction that I am very happy that I now know about. Anyway, we have two more, and then I can go to sleep. Number 19. I attack an opponent's face-up security with BT20 055 Invisimon with no Digivolution sources. Can I activate Invisimon's Your Turn effect? So on security end of your opponent's turn, play this card without paying the cost. On play when Digivolving, the Digivolve 2, which is pretty nasty that you're doing that every turn. One of your opponent's Digimon and flip your opponent's top face down security card face up. Then delete one of their Digimon with one or fewer one or fewer evolution cards. That's pretty mean. This card's pretty mean actually. Your turn. When your Digimon check face up security cards, you may place this Digimon's top stack card face up as the bottom security card. Your Digimon check face up security cards. You may play this Digimon's top stack card face up as the bottom security card. Okay, so the I guess the doubt here is that is this card considered stacked if it doesn't have sources? I had asked this question to a friend, not a judge, just person that is well versed in the game, and they have said yes, you can put a card that doesn't have sources is still considered stacked. I was asking specifically about Sistermon Shell Awakened. I think based on that interaction, and also damn, hold on, and also because whoops, because this card wouldn't make sense otherwise. Oh my god, sorry, sleepiness is getting to me. Because this card wouldn't make sense otherwise. I think yes, you absolutely can put this. This card is considered stacked, and you can put it on top of your security. Is it top of the security? Yeah, face up as bottom security card. Yeah, as the bottom security card. Yeah, the answer for me is yes. Let's see what the judges responded. A single card is not a stack card. Oh, never mind. I am wrong. I guess my friend was wrong too. A single card is not a stack card. That makes sense. Okay. So wait, that means that you can only do that effect once? Is that it? Yeah, you only get to do that effect once. Okay, well, I mean, that balances it. Okay, then I just didn't know the definition of a stack card. I don't have much more to say to that. I'm just gonna move on to the next one. The last one. Which is... I have Yggdrasil 7d6. Sorry, Yggdrasil 7d6. My breathing area. And BT13 095 Marcus Daemon on the battle area. Can Marcus Digivolve into BT10 011 Agunimon or any other applicable hybrid? Why is this a question? Well, this is a question because Yggdrasil's effect says
Breathing your turn, all of your Digimon can't Digivolve. On a Royal Nitrate Digimon card will be played. You may reduce the play cost by 4, further reduce it by 1 for each of these Digimon's evolution cards. At the start of main phase, reveal the top card of your Digi Egg, then place that card and all of your Royal Nitrate Digimon as this Digimon bottom the evolution card. So I think this is very similar to the example we had before with Crimson Blaze and Shangri Burst Mode. All of your Digimon can Digivolve. It's the same. It's like the opposite of the Counterblast for Monet too. This is not a Digimon. Marcus Daemon is not a Digimon. He can be treated as a Digimon with certain effects, but he's not a Digimon. So yeah, why not? Why couldn't you do this? A Gunimon wouldn't be able to Digivolve further, right? But Marcus, yeah, Marcus is a tamer. By all means, he should be able to Digivolve. In this particular scenario. So yeah, let's just wrap it up. See what that last question says, because I think this is very much a question of semantics. But let's see what the judges say. Should have how it's written, yeah. Yes, Brazil only prevents Digimon from Digivolving, not tamers. There you go. It's exactly. Yep, that's exactly what I said. And that really is all I have prepared. I didn't know how long this was gonna take. I guess the answer is 3 hours. Wow. Um, I yeah, I did not think that I was gonna. I mean, I know I said that I was gonna maybe go for 5 hours, but I didn't know that was real. Um, I am pooped now. I am very tired. Um, so I'm gonna go sleep. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm very tired. Um, if you're you know watching in the future using this as a reference for your own test, thank you. And just make sure that you wait till the moment that I reveal the actual answer, because otherwise you may get it wrong. When I did get most of them right. I forget the score, but I think I may have been like 10 and 4, and then the other 6 I already knew the answer to, or something like that. So yeah, no, I pulled through for most of them, I think. Um, I'm sorry about the all the mishaps that happened with the stream and, like, my setup. Uh, I'm gonna try to figure out how to not get that to happen next time. And maybe I should download this instead of. Yeah, maybe that would be a better idea. I wanna see to that. I'm gonna just, like, I don't know, PowerPoint this shit going forward, or maybe PDF it. I think a PDF would be fine. It's just that I like the ability to move the cards around. I think that adds the example. I suppose I could take pictures in advance, but then I'm not like moving in advance and make like different pages with them in different positions. But then I'm already like solving the question when I'm setting it up, so it's like that's not necessarily what I wanna do, because trying to figure this out on stream is kind of part of the fun, I think. I don't know. I'll see what I can come up with. I want to try to set another one up for next Tuesday. Hopefully, it'll be better. I'm sorry. Like, I know it was just for like the last, like, I don't know, half an hour or something, that it was really a problem. But I still didn't like it.
But hey, I'm proud. I mean, I was doing really bad at the beginning. I honestly really thought that I knew those questions, those answers. I thought that I had followed the correct trail of logic and just like immediately failing three back to back at the very beginning. I felt like I wasn't ready for it, but then I went forward and I started building my confidence with the other questions. Um, so yeah. Anyways, I am now gonna go to sleep. I'm sorry. I said that I was gonna, and then I yapped for another like 10 minutes. Um, Thank you for watching. Hope this information is useful to somebody someday. Um, and hey, if you're watching this in the near future and you have any questions or scenarios that you would like me to attempt to resolve, I can't promise that I will get them right, but leave them in the comments, and I'll try. I'll add it to my slides, and I'll try to logic my way through it and see if I can fix it. And hey, maybe I do know the answer, and then I can just tell you. Thank you.